In this video, I'm going to show you how you at home can create a slick looking and customer converting website. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shalmini and I'll be speaking about all things website related. If this video is of value to you, please be sure to hit the subscribe button below as well as hit that bell notification so you are notified of all upcoming videos. So before we get started, it is my legal obligation to let you know that when you do click the Get in Domain Hosting link, this is my affiliate link, meaning that at no extra cost to you, I receive a small compensation so I can carry on producing videos just like this one. So the first thing you want to go and do is click on the link in the description next to the web host title, which will take you to the HostGator landing page so we can get our domain and hosting. Alternatively, you can come to my website, which is techandwebsites.com. Scroll down and there's 3 simple steps to follow. The first one is what we're going to do now, and that's get a domain and hosting. After that, I'm going to show you how you can build your own website for free, so there's no need to pay a developer hundreds of dollars every single month. And the third step is how you can get traffic to your website, and this included in this step is a bunch of free SEO tutorials that any business should follow. Alright, so let's proceed to get a domain and hosting. This is going to redirect us to the HostGator landing page. Now when choosing a web host, the 3 most vital things to consider are the 3 S's, which is speed, support and security. So I do believe HostGator ticks all these boxes. All my websites are hosted through them and they have not let me down as of yet. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. The preceding page that will come up are the web hosting plans. You have a hatchling plan, a baby plan, as well as a business plan. If you're just looking for one website and just to get the job done, a hatchling plan will suit us perfectly. Another reason why I recommend HostGator is that all the plans come with a free SSL certificate as well as a free domain. You get a free domain for a whole entire 12 months, which is amazing. For those of you who don't know what a domain is, www.google.com. Google.com is a domain name. A free SSL certificate. This allows us to have the little lock next to our title of our website. So the benefit of this is Google likes this because it shows that your site is secure. And if you are wanting to upgrade your site to an e-commerce store in the future, all payment providers do require that you have a SSL installed on your site. Alright, so let's proceed to buy now. We've selected the hatchling plan. The page that will be redirected to is to get a domain. So don't overthink the name of your business or blog. Keep it very, very simple. As you know, my website name is techandwebsites.com. So when you create your domain, always aim to explain the services that you offer. Alright, so for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to say Tech and Websites is fun. I'm going to go ahead and press enter. I'm going to select the .com domain. We definitely want to choose .com. It's widely recognized and there is a certain trust factor built into someone who goes to a .com site as opposed to any other site. As you can see, we've got our free domain for a whole entire year. Scroll down, the next section we'll get to is the domain privacy protection. I would advise to leave this box checked. If you do untick it, you'll just get a bunch of solicitors and a bunch of developers phoning you who are offering to do your site as all your details are public. So for an investment of only $14.95 per year, I do advise that you leave this box checked. The package type, hatchling, is by default selected. The billing cycle, that ranges from 1 month to 3 years or 36 months. The longer period you commit to, the higher your discount would be. What I do advise, if you are a bit tight for cash up front, I would say you select a 12-month billing cycle. We still get a whole 55% off. Why I recommend the 12 months over the 36 months is just that our domain is valid for a whole entire year. So why not have our web hosting and our domain match? So 12 months is perfect. Go ahead and put in your unique username and your security PIN. Your security PIN is needed when you go into support with HostGator. They will ask you to verify this so that your account can be validated and the support person can proceed with helping you further. Next, you can scroll down and enter all your details. The next part we're going to get to are the additional services. By default, this box will be checked, as well as the backup your hard work. I advise that you uncheck these boxes. These are just a few upsells that HostGator do offer. You can uncheck these, as there are many other WordPress plugins out there that are for free and can do a job just as good. The coupon code will already be validated. So just scroll down. As you can see, our total amount comes to $62.35. We've got our discount on there. We've got a whole domain free for a year, and we have our whole website for $47.40, which will be web hosted. The $14.95 is the domain privacy that I referred to previously. So that comes to a grand total of $62.35 to have your website. And because I'm going to show you how to do it for free, that is a real bargain. So the next step is agree to your terms and conditions and go ahead and press the checkout button. Alright, so it'll take 1 or 2 minutes for HostGator to set up your dashboard. You should be redirected to a screen that looks quite similar, or you'll be redirected straight to the cPanel. If you are redirected yet, in order to get to your cPanel, just go to your email. You want to copy paste the crazy password that they give you. You want to select your cPanel URL, and then you just want to log into your cPanel account. This will take us to the cPanel dashboard. Alright, a lot of people that set up their domains want to know how they can create their own email, and I've got good news for you. It is really simple. So just scroll down to your email accounts, select email accounts, and all you would do is prepend a name here, create a password, select the unlimited space option and click create account. As simple as that to create your email account. Alright, let's go back to our cPanel dashboard and install WordPress. And I'm sure by now you would have guessed it already. You want to go ahead and select the WordPress installer. So select that guy, select your domain that you registered. You can leave this here and just click on next. The blog title, you can just give it your website's name. The admin user and the first name can be the same, which will be your first name. You can put in your last name and the email address that you use to register your account. Click the terms and service of agreement and go ahead and install. This will take a second or two to get WordPress installed. There we go. Alright, so congratulations, you successfully installed WordPress. Well, we're 60% there, we're nearly done. So for the username and password, this is important. This is how we're going to log into our WordPress dashboard. So go ahead and save this to somewhere on your computer. You can click login and that will take you straight to the login screen, but you want to get used to the proper way of logging into WordPress, which is your domain name and just appending it with WP-admin. This will take you straight to your WordPress login screen, where you can put in your username and password that you've just generated. If you put in WP-admin and you get to a completely different screen, I'll ask you to just be patient for an hour or two. What's currently happening is propagation is undergoing, which basically means that HostGator are sending your new domain name out to the rest of the world to let every server know that, look, there's a new domain just been registered. So in order to log into your WordPress, select your username and your password that you saved safely on your PC. Go ahead and click the login button. Just confirm that this is the email that you signed up with and just select the email is indeed correct. And this will bring you straight to your WordPress dashboard. And it's as simple as that to installing WordPress. So we've arrived on our WordPress dashboard. Good job so far. What you want to go do is open this guy in a new tab. And you will see this is the default layout that WordPress does give us. So this doesn't look like much, but it's a WordPress website nonetheless. So we want to go ahead and configure our website to look amazing. But there are a few certain considerations that you want to take into account before starting your website. And this is namely the security of your site. If you wish to change your password that was automatically generated for you in the sign-up process, you can go to Users, rather All Users. This will take you to your personal profile. Simply click Edit on your name and scroll down to the bottom, and this will give you the option of whether or not to generate a new password or not. I do advise that you select the password that's been generated, as this is alphanumeric characters as well as special characters. So go ahead and copy and paste this to somewhere on your PC so you have it so you can log in successfully for the next time, and click Update Profile. As you will see to the top of your WordPress dashboard, you have a Coming Soon Active tab, which basically means your site at the moment is only live to you. It's not live to the rest of the public. When you are done with your site and you're ready for it to go live, simply click this and it will launch your site to the public. The next step we want to do is we want to go into the plugin section, click on Install Plugins, and we're just going to have a look what HostGator gives us off the bat. So let's just go ahead and just clean all the clutter. Alright, so we've got Google Analytics. I'm going to go ahead and just deactivate all these plugins because I'm going to delete most of them. You first need to deactivate a plugin before you can delete it if you are performing a bulk action. So let's just click Supplement and deactivate. Alright, we're going to leave Mojo Marketplace plugin as this takes care of our Coming Soon Active tab. We're going to deactivate Opt-in Monster as well as WP Forms Lite. So we've deactivated them all. So what we want to do now is perform a bulk action, and we want to delete all the plugins. So click Delete, just click Apply, select OK. As you can see, all the ones that we deactivated will slowly delete automatically after selecting the bulk actions. Alright, that's all done. We're starting on a clean slate, which is exactly what we want. You can actually go ahead and deactivate the Jetpack plugin as well, and just go ahead and delete him. Simple as that. The next thing what we want to do is we want to hide our login URL. When you were signing up, you did see that your WordPress URL has been appended by WP-admin. And now what happens from a security point of view, a lot of hackers just run scripts on their site and they try and hit your login screen by WP-admin. So not are we going to make it difficult for them to log into our site, but we're going to make it impossible for them to actually even access our login screen. So what you want to go do is click on Plugins, click Add New Plugin. Then in the search box, you want to search for Hard Login and just hit the Enter button. This will do a search, and the first plugin option, the WPS Hard Login plugin, as you can see, it's got 600,000 active installations, which means it's reputable, it's trustworthy, and it comes very recommended. Just go ahead and click the Install button on this plugin and click Activate. So what this plugin is going to do, it's going to allow us the option to change our URL at the top. So this is a very important step. Please don't miss this step, as you will put in all your hard work on the site only to find that your site will be hacked. So as you can see, we want to remove this, add your special digits here. Yes, so it is alphanumeric, so it doesn't accept any special characters. Copy, paste, save that to somewhere, and then click Save Changes. So now your website is you're not able to access your website via WP-admin anymore. It is the new appending suffix that you added. Alright, the next step what you want to do is you want to go to permalinks. So in settings, select permalinks. What permalinks are, it is the structure of your URL as you see on the top here. So this is currently by default selected. As you can see, this is a URL, and as you can see, it's not really user friendly at all. We also don't want day and name. We don't care about the date or the time that a specific post was posted. We want to select post name. It's a simple and clean looking URL. Select post name, scroll down and click Save Changes. Okay, that's the general housekeeping out the way. Our site is secure. And the next thing what we want to go do is you want to click on the Appearance tab and click on Themes. As you can see, these are the default themes that WordPress want us to select. What we want to do is go click on Add a New Theme. When you're searching for a theme, as you can see, I've already selected it, search for Astra. And the first option that comes up, you want to go ahead and click the install button. Select activate. Alright, we have successfully installed Astra. What you want to do next is under the appearance tab, you want to go ahead and select Astra options. And then on the right hand side under the import starter template, you want to click on install the importer plugin. That is currently being activated. What this will allow us is be able to select an appropriate template for our website. Alright, the next page is going to ask us to select a builder. We want to go ahead and select Elementor, or rather should I say Elementor. Sounds like I was speaking about a Harry Potter Dementor character there for a second. Now we've got all these amazing templates at our disposal. So you can scroll through all the templates to find what you find the most appropriate for your website. If you're not wanting to spend any money, go ahead and select free template. And you can further drill down into an e-commerce, a business, or a blog business. We're just going to leave it on all. I've already got the website in my head that I want to help you guys with. So go ahead and select digital. This is going to bring up the digital agency template. I'm going to go ahead and select him. Alright, now we've got two options. We can either import just the home template if we're just wanting a landing page or one pager as they call it, or we can go ahead and import the complete site. This is your basic standard business website. You've got a home page, an about us page, a services page, and a contact page. This normally 9 times out of 10 does the job for a business who's just wanting a web presence. So we're going to go ahead and import a complete site. Go ahead and click import. And there we go. Here's our fully responsive WordPress website with all the sections that we need, and this is a really suitable template that we can definitely leverage off. So if you were able to successfully load this website on your side, please show me some love and go hit the subscribe button, as well as give me a like and just hit that bell notification so you're always notified of upcoming videos. Alright, in order for us to customize our header, we're going to hit the customize tab. So before we get there, Elementor basically takes care of all the content between the header as well as the footer of your website. So everything in between that, Elementor takes care of. In order for us to edit the header section of our website, we're going to go ahead and click the Customize tab. Alright, so we have our Customize pane open. The first option you want to go ahead and press is the global option. This allows us to define all our styles on a global level, basically meaning we don't have to go and edit and change the typography or the colors every single time per paragraph or per heading. So it saves us a lot of time. So go ahead and click typography, then select base typography, and here you can define your own font family that you prefer to use on your website. This is for the body and the content sections. So every single time you add a paragraph, it will inherit this styling. Just press back, go and do the same for your headers. So your headers range from heading 1 to heading 6, or it's also known as H1 to H6. H1 is your biggest heading on your website, and you can define a custom size for it as well as a custom font family for it. So let's go ahead and press the back button. On a side note of headings, Google does prefer that you only have one H1 per page. This basically lets Google know that exactly what your that specific page is about. Alright, go ahead to the colors section, select base colors. This is where you can define all the colors for your website. Don't overthink this. If you are not sure of what color theme you want for your website, I do advise that you make your way over to coolers.co. It will just refresh the instant color palette for you. So you can go ahead and take the hex values, which are these values right here at the bottom. You can copy these and you can come paste it into your colors. So all the colors blend together. Right, you can go ahead and press back again. You can select buttons. As you can see, these two buttons, the more info and the contact us, are similar. It's very important to keep your buttons across your site uniform and all looking the same. So this is where you can define your button styling. Go ahead and press back again. Toggle open the header section. Select site identity. This is where you can add your own logo. It's one of the most popular questions. Where can I add my logo? So you can go ahead and select a logo. You can upload one from your media library. Alternatively, you can upload one from your desktop. So let's go ahead and upload our logo. Select crop image. And in a moment's time, our logo will display. There we go, that's our logo. A retina logo, you don't have to worry about defining a retina logo. It is basically used only for higher resolution screen. More often than not, I find the regular logo does the job just as well. Your site icon is the little icon that appears in your browser tab. To define that, you simply click Change Image under Site Icon. Select the favicon or the site icon that you want to use. Your logo and your site icon are generally the same. So go ahead and select it. It will ask you to crop a small image because it's only a small image. Select Crop Image. And that's it. In a second's time, it will update with our new site icon. Alright, scrolling back to the top. You want to go ahead and open the primary header. This gives us the flexibility to define the layout for our menu. As you can see at the moment, the logo is on the left and the menu items are all on the right. If you want them to maybe be centered, you can go ahead and click the center layout. This will position all our menu items vertically under our logo. You can go ahead and click right align as well, which will obviously position our logo on the right hand side of the screen. As simple as that. The mobile layout, I would recommend that you just keep the default layout that is currently selected, which is the horizontal layout. Alright, so let me just change it back to what we had it. Go ahead and press the back button. Toggle open the primary menu. As you can see, the last item in the menu is indeed a button. You can go ahead and click none if you don't want a button, or you can change it to a text field. You can disable your entire menu by clicking disable menu on top here. You can also select none for the button, so we don't have a menu at all. 90% of websites, I'm sure you know, have menus. It's only basically sales funnels that don't have menus, where they actually want you to take action on the hero image right away. Alright, let me just go and undo my changes and carry on with the editing of our website. So let's go ahead and press back again. You can scroll down now to our footer section. Select footer, footer bar. As you can see, all this content here, this is in the bar right at the bottom of our website. This is where you can change the content. You can also change the layout of this section over here. The rest of the content in your footer, I'll show you in a few moments time where you can define all that content. Go ahead and press back again. Toggle open the menus property. Select top nav. As you can see, this is where all our menu items are. What I want you to draw your attention to is we have a page that is currently indented. So as you can see, let's use our history as an example. Here it is over here. If I wanted our history to appear in the drop down of the About Us, I'll simply indent the item. It's as simple as that. If I wanted to add a new page to my website, I click Add Items, I click Pages, and I can simply add a new page. Let's, for example, use Gallery. Let's add that to our website. In a moment's time, my header will refresh with my new gallery. It's as simple as that. If you want to add a custom link to your menu, you can define the text here. Let's say, follow me on Instagram. And then you can put in your link here, just as an example. So that's why you can link to external websites. You can also link to other IDs on your website as well. Alright, so we're done with our menu. Let's go ahead and press back. Press back again. And the next tab you can open is the homepage settings. So if you come across your website and you realize you don't have any content, you can only see your header and your footer, and you don't have any content, please go ahead and check this area. Make sure your home page is selected as the default layout. It displays all your home content. The post page is basically where you define your blog. So you would create a blog page and you would link to your post. You can define that over here. I will be showing you how you can create your own blog in future upcoming tutorials as well. Alright, go ahead and press the back button. And that's it. We're going to return now momentarily to our website to edit the the content. Alright, we're back on our website, so we're going to go ahead and edit our footer. To do that, you want to edit on Elementor and select footer. I've already opened the tab, so I'm going to go ahead and close that tab. In order to edit the content on our footer section, you will see by default this template is divided into 4 columns. So if you, I think roughly comprising of 25% each. So if you want to change the width of a column as an example, simply click edit column and you can play with the width here and just make it bigger or smaller depending what you want. The social media icons as an example, you can select them, you can reorder them as I've shown you before, and you can change the URL. So if you wanted to add your Facebook page so people can follow you, you can put a Facebook icon in as well, and you can put your link in here so they can click on it and go follow you. It's as simple as that. By default, our menu is selected. So it's a good idea to leave your menu items in the footer, so if by chance the user does scroll all the way down to the bottom, they don't have to go right to your top navigation to click on your link items. And as I mentioned before, you can drag and drop these as you so wish. In order to edit the content, you simply double click on an element, and you can go ahead and click it and edit the content to whatever you so wish. My new address as an example, and it would populate. You can change the icon to whatever you so wish. It's as simple as that to edit the footer on your website. You can change your logo as well here. Alright, I'm going to show you how to now edit other pages of your website. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this. I'm going to click leave. Remember always to update and save your changes, please. I'm not going to do it because it's demo purposes. I'm going to leave. So I'm back on my WordPress dashboard. What I always like to do is right click and open my website in a new tab. In order to edit all the pages of my website, I'm going to go ahead and select pages. This is going to open up all my pages on my website. If you want to edit the about, simply click edit with Elementor. It's so easy. In a few moments time, I'm going to show you another easier way that you can edit your pages. So for the purpose of this video, let's go ahead and edit the homepage section of our website. As you can see, this is our current website. It is divided into various sections. So I'm going to show you how to edit, how to chop and change, and how to basically leverage this template to get the most out of it by utilizing fundamentals, design changes for you to make. It's really, really easy with Elementor. So I'm just give that a sec while my homepage loads. Elementor is one of the big 3 page builders in WordPress. The big 3 are Elementor, Oxygen, as well as Divi. Some builders offer one thing and the other builder doesn't offer another thing, but at the end of the day, they're all very similar in what they offer. Why I'm a fan of Elementor is that I am able to change everything on the front end, meaning that I don't have to go to my WordPress dashboard, save and publish, and look how it looks on the front end every single time. Alright, so our home page is open. So let's start from the top down to edit our website. Just going to give that a second. There we go. I'm sure this looks familiar to you. This is our website. So you want to go click the element to edit. In Elementor, you always have to click the element or a section in order to edit it here on the left hand side. So you want to go ahead and click the 6 dots here. As you can see, currently our content is boxed. You can change it to full width as an example, and it will be full width. The structure of our website at the moment, you can see these 2 columns next to each other are each 50%. If I wanted to make this column here first 33%, you can simply make it smaller like that. It's really, really simple. Alright, so let's move on to how to edit certain text areas on our website. It's really, really a no-brainer. You double click, you can press Ctrl A, or you can just select it and you can change it to my very first website. As simple as that, you chop and change text. You can change the size and the color and everything else of your text by selecting the typography or selecting the text color that you wish to use. Every single section of the Elementor website, you have a contact, a style, and an advanced section. The content section is basically what you see on the front end. So these are all your content changes. The style is how an element looks, and advanced is generally contains all your positioning elements of your website. It's very, very simple. Alright, so let's go back to our home section. Then I'm going to go ahead and edit this entire background. So you always have to edit the section. I want to click on the style option. And this is our current image that we have selected. If you want to change the image, I'm sure, as you know, you click choose image and you can upload an image from your desktop. Alternatively, you can select one that's already been pre-populated in our media library to change the image. You can change the positioning of your image. But for this purpose, we will just leave it center right. If you don't want an image and you want to display a color gradient, you select the background overlay. The background type we currently have by default selected is classic. You can go ahead and select gradient. And in order to change your gradient, you can select your colors. As you can see, these two colors simply transition from one nicely into each other. So it's very professional and slick looking. But for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to go ahead and use the classic template. So I'm just going to delete the gradients and use the classic template. This text element here, if I'm wanting to position it a bit further away from the top element, you would select advanced, because this is where all our positioning styling takes place. You can add a certain 20 pip margin from the top just to give them some breathing space. It's as simple as that. For the dividers of the website, it's very, very simple to use. If I wanted to add a divider, what a divider is basically is a bottom or top element which shows you that the next section is starting. And in Elementor, you can really go crazy with it. So what you want to do is simply select the element that you want to edit. So for this one, you want to edit this section. You click on Style, select Shape Divider. And if you want to apply to the top or bottom, so let's use clouds as an example. And as you can see, clouds have been populated at the bottom here. You can change the color to whatever you so wish. That's really cool. Not a lot of page builders offer this, and the Elementor free version offers this out the bat, which is really nice. It's as simple as that. Alright, the next thing I need to speak about is the motion effects, which is basically the animation of your website. So under motion effects, if I wanted this title to basically fly in, I can select it. Let's say I want to slide in left, and as you can see, it slides in quite nice to the left. So a lot of people, when they're doing their first website, they want to use a lot of animations and make it look cool. But please use your animations sparingly. Animations do slow down a website, and it does hinder the performance. So only use one or two to a various section of your website. It's also not good to use animation on mobile, because it just does not work well with mobile, and it does affect the responsiveness. Speaking about mobile, I wanted to show you how to edit the mobile or the tablet sections of your website. So whatever changes you make on desktop, it's vitally important to check how it looks on mobile. So you're going to go to the bottom left over responsive mode, select, and you can either choose between mobile, tablet, or desktop. Go ahead and select mobile. So this is going to show how our website's going to look in mobile view. And by default, Elementor shows all our elements responsively, meaning it text aligns center for majority of the elements. When I'm designing all my websites, most of the elements need to be center aligned. It's much cleaner and it's much more easier for the users to read. So always make sure to check mobile as well as tablet when you're making your changes on desktop. As 70 to 75% of users on the internet are mobile, it's always a good idea to start with a mobile first approach. So you can first design for mobile and later on see how it looks on desktop. Alright, so what I want to show you now is how you can hide and show certain elements on desktop and mobile and vice versa. So let me just go back to my desktop version. So let's, for example, say we did not want to show this first image on mobile. On mobile, you want to prevent the user from scrolling. So you want to show as little elements as possible, but at the same time still delivering an effective message. So for this first image, you simply, under the Advanced tab, select Responsive, and you select Hide on Mobile. Simple as that. And now, if you go look on mobile, this first image will be hidden. It's quite simple and it's effective as well. Alright, what I want to go explain next is how we can duplicate elements and delete them. So let's say my very first website, I don't want to go ahead and add a new heading and copy the styling. All I want to do is right click and you click duplicate, as easy as that. And also add a whole new section for you. If you want to delete it, you can go right click and simply delete it. When you want to look at the structure of your website, the important area to go to is the navigator. You will seldom use this, but it's very important to know about. This is basically your entire website, what it looks like. So if you wanted to go to a certain element on your website, you can go ahead and click it, and it will take you to a various section on your website. So let's say we wanted to go to this column. It's going to take us to the specific column. So it's quite easy to check the structure of your website. The next what I want to explain is we all make mistakes when we're editing, and we regret changes that we made, and Elementor makes it very easy to undo or go back to certain revisions on the site. In order to achieve this, all you would do is hover over the history, click it, and you will see all the actions that have taken place, and you can revert all these changes to whatever time you so wish. The revisions are bigger changes that you made, so you can go back to a certain timestamp and revisit it and go to a place where everything was hunky-dory and safe. Alright, the next what I want to show you is how to link to a certain page on your website. So let's use this view products as an example, this tab. So this is where we put our view products. As you can see, you can change the text here to, let's change this to go to the services page. And in your link, you put your page link, which is basically your domain name and whatever the page name that you want to go to. It's as simple as that. In order to style the text, you can left align or right align it, and you can, as well as changing the icon. Everything in Elementor I can explain to you and go in depth, but it's really good just to play around, select an element and have a look what all you've got available to you. It's very simple to use. Click on the styling, see what you have available to you, click on the advanced, and you can just play around and see what is available. Alright, so in Elementor, when you're wanting to add a certain element to your website, it's really simple. Let's click on this testimonial section as an example. I want to delete this testimonial section because I have a testimonial section here already. So how do we delete a section? I'm sure you've guessed it by now. You select it and simply click the delete section button. It's as simple as that. And now in order to add a certain element to your website, what you can do is select the element, click the add section button, and select the starter templates. So this, in my opinion, is the best part about Elementor. Or you can add an entire new page to this page. Check all that you've got available to you. It is absolutely amazing. So what you can do is add a block or a page to your website. So you can simply select blocks. For the purpose of this demo, I've already got a page, but I want to add an extra block. And you can also filter by whatever you want. What I forgot to mention, in the pages section, you can also filter by free or paid. So in order to select free, just simply select free, and you can choose whatever page you want that's more appropriate for your business. Alright, I want to add an extra block to my website. So I'm going to search for what I want. I want to add an about section. Do I want a light or a dark color? I want it to be light, please. Alright, let's just scroll through and see what we have available to us. This looks perfect. I want to import this. Just give this a moment or two to load, and I'll show you how easy it is to import it, and select import block. So this will now be added to our website. It's as simple as that. And we can just edit and chop and change it as we so wish. There we go. As you can see, it's been imported. Close. And here is our new section, which you can edit by just exactly as you know how, double clicking, see what you have available to you on the left hand side in options, and editing it as you so wish. I've showed you how to create a page and a block in Elementor. I'm now going to show you how to add a specific element. In order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and click here in the top right and say I wanted to add an extra element. I'll simply drag and drop. There we go. And this is our new heading. Let's just change the text. Our new heading, as simple as that. We don't want it left aligned, we want it center aligned. We don't want the H2, we wanted the H1 to be a bit bigger. It's as simple as that. That's awesome. So as you can see, when I did press this top, I've got all these elements to add, and off the bat, the basic Elementor will 8 times out of 10 do the job for you. You can add a video, an image, and various other elements. The Elementor Pro is only $49 a year, and it is absolutely worth it if you're looking on expanding and growing out your website. If you are wanting in the future to introduce an e-commerce store, for example, I highly recommend getting the Pro version of Elementor. You've got so much available to you. If you're wanting capability for your user to log in and log out, to add slides, add pricing tables, and various carousels, the Pro option is perfect. If you're wanting to add a little basket to the top so users can view their cart to see what's currently in the cart so they can proceed to the checkout, the Pro version does offer that. And for only $49 a year, I highly recommend that you get it. I'm going to leave a link in my description if you are interested in this, so go check it out and let me know your thoughts on the Pro version. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is the contact form of a website. So I've showed you the header, how to edit the entire body of a website. I've showed you how to edit the footer of the website, and also how to edit various pages of your website. It's very important to have a form on your website because you want the user to contact you. When designing a website, the most important thing you need to take into consideration is, what am I trying to achieve with the website? Do I want the user to contact me, or do I want them to buy through my site? A lot of times, for especially like a brick and mortar website, you're going to want the user to contact you to inquire about prices, or maybe when they can make an appointment. So let's go to the Contact Us page. So I'll select Contact Us in Elementor, and I'm sure by now you've guessed it. In order for me to edit the contact page, I'm going to hit Edit with Elementor. As simple as that. This is going to take me to the contact page of my website. So as you can see, this is the form that we have. You know how to edit the rest of the text. I've shown you. This is the form that we have. This is given to us from the plugin called WP Forms. So what I'm going to go to now is back to the WordPress dashboard. In order to do that, click top left and select Exit to Dashboard. Always remember to update and save your changes, please. I'm just going to leave it for the purpose of this demo. Alright, just before I get to the form, let me just explain the map to you. If you basically have a tangible or physical product that you're wanting to sell and you want the user to walk through your door, you can go ahead and change your map so they can easily find you. Select this top right hand pencil and you can put in an address to wherever in the world you so wish. Let's just put in the Statue of Liberty as an example. Who knows, one of you might have a business on Staten Island. There we go. And then the map dynamically populates. You can zoom in to if you're wanting to concentrate on a specific area on the map. Alright, to go back to our form, simply select the WordPress dashboard. And I'm going to show you how you can add or remove a form from your website. So you want to hover over WP Forms and select all forms. This is going to take us to forms that we have selected on our website. Click Edit on Contact Form, select Settings and Notifications. So this is the email that you can put in wherever you want the email to go to once the user has clicked Submit on your website. So you can put your personal email here, and you can also change the subject line to say, for example, a form from my WordPress website as an example. Perfect. So let's go back to fields. So this is the form that we currently have. You have all these options on the left available to you. If you're wanting to add certain elements, you can just drag and drop. The fancy fields is what WP Forms calls it if you're wanting to add extra capabilities to your form. And this is paid, unfortunately, but all the free versions will definitely do the trick for you. Alright, in order to add the form to your website, you want to go ahead and click on Embed. Press Ctrl A to select all, press Ctrl C to copy, go back to your website. As you can see, the shortcode's already been selected. You can delete that shortcode and add the new shortcode, and our new form will dynamically populate. As simple as that to edit a contact form on your website. There we go, we've got our fully responsive website. As you can see, It looks amazing on desktop as well as tablet. As you can see on a mobile device, it's fully responsive. We've got our menu. We've got everything that we need to have a fantastic website. So going forward in this video series, I'm going to be showing you how to add all the bells and whistles and the necessities to your website. You can currently use this template and leverage off it, no matter what your business might be. You can just change the content and you can have a fully functional website, no matter the business. So going forward in this series, we're going to be adding Google Analytics, so you can actually measure the traffic of your website to see what source is performing, or maybe look at what source is underperforming. And we're going to add pop-ups. We're going to add a scroll to top button, meaning that if the user scrolls all the way down to the bottom, we're going to add a little button here. So a simple click on that will take them right to the top of the website. We're going to add an email autoresponder to the website. What that means is we're going to add a subscription form. So when the user enters their email address, we're going to capture their email and add them to our autoresponder. So this will be basically sending out emails whilst you're sleeping in the night to drive revenue whilst you're basically sleeping. If you do have any other additional elements that you do want to know how to add to a website, please leave a comment below so that I can have a look into it to see if it is actually an integral part of creating a website. And yeah, give yourself a pat on the back, man. That was a good effort. You've got a great website, and if you have what I currently have on screen with your content in place, well done to you.